All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahweh Shai. We give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders that rule the great millstone, that have been set up through faith to help seal the elect that the Lord is bringing in. All right, this is the brother from GMS, Missouri. I have a guest with me.
Your cow, Patazab, GMS, Arkansas.
And we just wanted to go into this situation that's brewing up with Russia. Today, we woke up and we seen a couple of news stories, and we just got done watching the video to show that this is definitely the year of prophecy, because now Russia is unveiling its super technology that the Lord has given to them, and giving them the opportunity to fight against America, because they're not that weak nation that they once was, because America didn't consider Russia a powerhouse. They consider them, they're broken, they only got outdated weapons. But now they're coming back. Why? Because to fulfill prophecy. Because that's going to be what? The hook that's going to be put into their jaws to destroy this place. On top with the angels that's going to come down, man. All right, so we're going to go into different things. I'm going to, let me pull up the blue letter. We're going to have the video coming in and out. But we're just going to pull up the blue letter right now, go into some of these scriptures, go into some of these words also. But this is the news story right here. Go ahead,
Hey, man, they're preparing, like Joel said, man, they're preparing for war. There's more war talks, really more interesting war talks have been in the last, this is March 2nd. We've been so far maybe 60 days into this year, and we've heard more interesting war talks than the last 6 months of last year, man. Because we know what the scriptures say. It's all dealing with Iran, Russia, man, and in America, man, and in the little allies. We knew once Russia started talking back and forth with America, this is it, This is what we patiently hope for, for this to happen, because this is our salvation, man. This is the only way to salvation, is destruction. Remission of sins, it has to be bloodshed. So, hey, we don't feel bad about what's going to happen to America and these other Edomites around the world, man, because we know once that happens, it's Israel's time to rule the world, man, the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? So, I got one. This is we will read. This is Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38, and started to. Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
And that's what you call Russia today. All right, the northern hemisphere that I was speaking about, that's speaking about Russia, because who's there now? It's the Russians, man. All right.
It says, and say, thus says Yahweh, the power.
So the Most High is the one that's saying this is what he's instituted. These are his words. We're not out here speaking. We didn't come up with this. We didn't say, oh, this place is that, and it's gonna. No, it makes sense, because they have to be the ones to fulfill this prophecy, because they have the matching arsenal to Babylon. There's no other nation, because they even showed us in that chart. Remember when we seen the chart? India's got this many
1,000 tons of dynamite. The force of a modern nuclear weapon ranges up to 50 megatons, and there are a lot of them. North Korea has maybe 15. Israel, India, Pakistan, the UK, China, and France all have a lot more. And now, take a deep breath. The U.S. and Russia stockpiles dwarf them all. So
Israel's got 80, but then they showed the chart of America and Babylon, and they got toe-to-toe missiles. They got missile for missile.
They have actually 200-300 more.
See?
They have roughly 6,800, 6,900, when America has 6,600 maybe. So, but it only takes one.
Exactly.
And so that it's gonna be total annihilation.
Total, man. It's gonna be on a level you've never even imagined before. One of those things will shake the planet Earth, man. One of those will rock to and fro. Not one, but I mean the magnitude is gonna come. It's gonna, man. It's like brother says, it's gonna annihilate this place. Mm-hmm. That's how we know they are the ones to fulfill this scripture, because no other country can totally annihilate this place because they don't have enough weapons, and these are the weapons they tell you. Mm-hmm. You ever heard "don't show your hand"? These countries take great lengths in hiding their technology. That's why you have something called espionage. That when you sell secrets to another nation, they keep their stuff on tow. So if this is what they're letting out that they have, imagine what they got in the stash. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O God, chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
And a lot of dudes that watch our videos and be like, man, y'all sound like communists. Why y'all always on Russia? Y'all seem like y'all. No, we're not with Russia. They're just a part of us going home. We're just with them because we're cheering for the prophecy. They're involved in it. We're not cheering for Russia. We're cheering for the prophecy that they're going to fulfill, man. We're not cheering. They're Edomites at the end of the day. We give a damn what happens to them. We care because they're gonna help us go home, man.
And then they're gonna help us. They're gonna help us actually clean it up too.
See?
And when you read in Ezekiel 39, they're gonna be helping us clean it up. So hey, root on.
Yeah. Go
verse 4. I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor.
That's a renovation of the military. That's a rejuvenation of their military. Because what's Russia been concentrated on? They ain't worrying about agriculture. They ain't worrying about the poor. We just seen a video where the guy said that we don't have anything here, but we got these weapons. Mm-hmm. So the only thing Russia's investing in is that those weapons of mass destruction, man. And they're not cheap. They're willing to let their people starve for the weapons they need to fight Babylon.
You know, they starved them about, what was that, 10 years ago?
Yeah,
they was all hungry about that period of time ago too. So hey, they didn't care. And it says, a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. Mm-hmm. Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, which is Cush, and Libya, with them, all of them, shield and helmet. Gomer and all of his bands in the house of Togarmah of the north quarter, and all his bands and many people with him.
And those names you hear are the ones you hear in the news now. Those are the main players you hear in the news now. You hear of Turkey, you hear of Iran, you hear of Israel going against and trying to go into Iran. These are the things we're at the door of all these prophecies coming simultaneously. It's not going to be this prophet. You don't know when it's hitting. It's just a prequel. We're waiting on what the elect to get sealed. And like it says, man, like the apostle's saying, is they're probably close to being sealed. That's why Russia's unveiling this on what? On the Shabbat, man. Mm-hmm. That's not a coincidence. That's for us to see, to say, look, just had the Passover, and then on the Shabbat, and then look, this is unveiled. This is what we wake up to. And the guy said to America, said, "What should we be scared?" And the guy said, "We should be terrified."
Mm-hmm. Build big missiles and with large nuclear weapons on them that can destroy our country. They've had a lot of practice.
In other words, even Putin's intent ought not be ignored, nor the danger of a tit-for-tat build-up in the U.S. Consider Donald Trump's State of the Union address just a few weeks ago.
We must modernize and rebuild our nuclear arsenal, hopefully never having to use it, but making it so strong and so powerful that it will deter any acts of aggression.
On Trump's aspirations,
Putin is answering that, and he's answering it convincingly.
Should we be freaked out?
We should be freaked out.
It says, be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thy and all the company that are assembled unto thee, and thou a guard unto them. The guard unto them, that's Russia. Mm-hmm. And it says, and many days thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always wasted, but is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover.
It's gonna be a massive military presence, man, on a wide scale. All these weapons they've been building up, they've been harnessing, they're all gonna come out because when we set up the kingdom, we're gonna burn what's left. Whatever they don't use, we're gonna burn up. So the Lord's gonna let them show out with all these things they've been developing and use them, because in the next world, those things are gonna be burnt.
It says, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, and all thy bands and many people with thee.
The military presence.
Thus says the Lord Yahweh, it shall come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. So the Lord gonna put that, he's putting them thoughts in their head to come out and speak more about the war and speak on what they have, and to make these basically silent threats.
Yeah.
So it's all a culmination of going into World War III, man.
This is a part of the article. We're just gonna read excerpts out of this, and we'll definitely have a video up too. We'll probably have them in and out to show you the video that we're watching. But I'm gonna read this article, and then we're gonna go into some more scriptures. It says Russia unveils a new arsenal. You know what? As we always say it, Russia unveiled a new arsenal of nuclear weapons. Should you be scared? That is the title of the video, of the article. Should you be scared? And it's time. It's time, man. That's a United States-based company, and that's what they're saying. Should you be scared? Damn right you should be scared. They're feeling something is gonna happen with Russia, man. It's the what does it say? The writing is on the wall. It's inevitable. Who are they fighting? Who are they building this for? They're not building it for India. And the word arsenal means a collection of weapons and military equipment stored by a country, person, or group. A place where weapons and military equipment are stored or made. And did we not read about that bands clothed with all sorts of armor? You're seeing it. Arsenal. Go ahead, huh?
Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument of his work.
Part of that arsenal. Where do you think Russia got the idea for these weapons, man? Where do you think they got it? The Lord is the one that put it into their mind to bring forth these weapons for his work. They're not for Russia's gain. Russia's not gonna come out on top. America's not gonna come out on top. But the main culprit that that's speaking of is Russia. Because those scientists that are working on these nuclear weapons, man, the Lord is putting them on their spirit to make a weapon that dodges. And we're going to get into that verse too to fulfill prophecy, man. It's not a coincidence that they unveiled a weapon that can do these maneuvers. That when they didn't even consider just having a nuclear weapon was enough, now the Lord has given them the ability to make them move and maneuver, man. Fly low to the land. And what does it say? It can fly forever.
Yeah, be undetected.
They
even got a submarine that's been laying low undetected. So, hey, man, they already have advanced past you, Western Edomites, man.
Well, like they came out with that Satan that said the Americans were shocked. They didn't know what they were doing over there. They had enough spies, but they didn't get to the deep secrets. Okay, and it says Russian. Let's go more.
It says, I have created the waste to destroy. This is Yahweh's will, man. Like I said, they have advanced way past you Western Edomites, man. All y'all worried about is how a homosexual feels and how he's right and being a pedophile. That's what y'all worried about, man. Why these Eastern European bloc Edomites is creating weapons to destroy you, man. All through the power of Yahweh Shabbat, man. No, go ahead.
And the one thing I do give to Russia, they don't fuck with sodomites, man. They don't mess with sodomites. You'll get yourself killed over there, man. That's why they trying to push that doctrine, that dogma on them.